Okay, welcome everybody. We're glad you're here. I'm Kelly and Teresa's coming along. This is the table we're going to be working at today. We're doing a little painting things and we're going to show you a resist technique that I learned last week at the trade show I was at. So here's Teresa.
Good morning. You started early,
I
Kelly.
started early because I want to.
9:29.
We're early, but so I snuck up on
What?
Teresa and we started early. That's because I want to go up front and look at the patriotic and talk about the drive that we're having for the Blue Star Mothers. But I don't see that anybody's watching right yet. Oh, we do have one person watching. I think it's Janet. So good morning.
Good morning, Janet. We've got 3 people.
We're taking a spin around here in the back area and we're going up front to the patriotic because it's, I want to say Friday. Is it Friday to you, Teresa?
Kind of.
It is like a Friday.
The whole weekend's going to be messed up.
Yeah, and then we're going to be messed up. Well, we won't be messed up next week. But anyway, I'm Kelly at Memory Bound Paper Craft Store, and Teresa's here. And we need to make an announcement. We'll catch Gloria in a minute. Anyway, it's Friday, July 4th, and it looks like Tasha's here from Texas. So welcome. And Denise says good morning from Carlisle, and Christina's here. We're up at the front of our store.
It's the 3rd. It's Thursday, July 3rd.
Oh, okay.
I just said Friday, July 4th, I think.
I did. I don't know what I said, but it's the 3rd because the 4th, not the 5th, is the holiday. Yeah, I'm a little mixed up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys all understand. I'm sure Juanita understands. We're at the front of Memory Bound on Thursday, July 3rd in Ankeny, Iowa, and Teresa's here and I'm here. I'm Kelly. We're going to show you a paint resist technique that I learned from Dina Wakley last week.
I'm excited.
I thought it was really cool. And I think a lot of us, it's something you could do for backgrounds or on your cards or your layouts.
Okay.
And it was an aha for me. Somebody said something about an explosive day, but the message went by. We're on our little mobile camera right now because we're in the front. But we want to talk about, Teresa, I'm going to give you the camera real quick so I can talk about this. Well, one thing I'm super excited about is that Memory Bound, here comes our mail. Our mail's coming in the door. Yay! Anyhow, Memory Bound is a drop-off place for the Blue Star Mothers of Iowa. And Rhonda and Chris both have grandsons who have been deployed recently, and they're on their way somewhere. We don't know where. And Rhonda joined the Blue Star Mothers of Iowa. Do you guys remember the Blue Star homes when you were, at least for me, when I was a little kid, and they always said, if you have a problem, go to a house that's got a blue star in the window.
Yes, I remember.
Do you remember that? Well,
Yes.
They have an organization here in Iowa called Blue Star Mothers. And what they do is they do things for the troops. And what they're doing in Rhonda's group is they're putting together 2,700 holiday goodie boxes that will be shipped out to the troops that are deployed. So what we're doing is we are gathering things to put in these boxes that are going to go out and cheer up our troops for the holidays. But 2,700, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So from now until the 14th of July, so it's just a couple weeks, you can drop off things here at Memory Bound. And we'll get them to the Blue Star Mothers. And then next month, they package up all these boxes and they're going to be shipped to the troops. I guess it takes a while to get there.
Erica's grandma was a Blue Star.
Oh, cool. And what's really neat is we're all talking about Christmas in July here at Memory Bound. And this is a great way, and it's a patriotic month. How great is that to combine patriotism with Christmas in July and the things that you donate or bring in? Share with us, they are going to go to troops at the holiday time. I guess it takes a long time for things to get wherever they need to go.
Yes.
And so they get them packed up next month and then they get them shipped out. So you can also make a cash, I guess not a cash donation, but they have items you can purchase on Amazon, and you can make a Venmo. You can donate online, and that's on our Facebook page too.
Awesome.
But some of the things, I'll just read off a few of them. We've got a basket here ready to go, Teresa. So if you come in and you're not sure, we've got a list here of things that are really nice, like travel-sized toiletry items, but no glass, no aerosol. Things like Crystal Light, Gatorade packets, beef jerky, hard candy, instant oatmeal, microwave popcorn. That's probably what I'm going to get because that's one of my favorites,
yeah.
popcorn. trail mix, nuts, crackers, peanut butter, salsa, little coffee or hot chocolate packets, and then things like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, deodorant, insect repellent wipes, toothbrush, toothpaste, cough drops, Q-tips, foot powder, disposable razors, Kleenex, all those basic things.
Yep.
So, like food items, your basic needs. And then they have other items like Sudoku books. I can't say that all of a sudden. Word find books, little travel size, little games, books, crossword puzzles, frisbees, Nerf balls,
Okay.
hands and sock warmers, card games. So, little fun things. So you got your food, your personal needs, and your fun things. And if you want to bring those in, we'd love to have you do that. And you can feel like you're helping our troops that are protecting our country. So that's through the 14th of July. And the items are listed on our Facebook page. So if you're not sure what to bring, you can check it out there too.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Yes, thank you, Rhonda. I'm really happy that Memory Bound can be a part of this. So anyway, that's the big announcement that has to do with 4th of July, Christmas in July, and doing something good to help others. So Teresa, let's walk over here. Oh, Sarah's here. Sarah's here.
Kellie, is it too late to send cards with the donations?
Um,
Do you do cards too?
I
or-
suppose you could put cards in. We'll have to ask Rhonda. We
No,
can check
yeah.
on that. I can send her
I
a
know
message
there
and
are
find out.
limits when you send cards. You're not supposed to do glitter and
Yeah, I
there's
don't
some
think you can do
things,
glitter.
But yeah, we'll have to check.
We'll
and
find out
see.
about that because that's not on the list, and I'm not sure. I have paint on my hand, Teresa. Squirrel. So we're going to be painting with white paint.
Yes.
All right, well, come over here and we're going to show you this. So our Scrubby special. The Scrubbies are the amazing soap that smells so great, and it's got natural oils in it, and it's a glycerin soap, and it's normally $6.99, but it lasts a long time.
I don't have my microphone.
Teresa doesn't have a microphone, so Diane went to get it. It lasts a long time. It's $1 off, so it's $5.99. Especially summery, don't you think? Citrus
yes.
is kind of a summery thing.
Definitely.
I'll smell it for everybody. It's so great. But anyway, that's on sale through Sunday. And Diane went and got Teresa's mic. It's like a little kid. She's got to
Okay,
get her
I'm
mic
mic'd up
pinned
now.
on.
Sorry, guys. Kelly started
right.
without me.
I did start without Teresa. I got a little anxious.
Rhonda just said cards would be great.
Okay, so you can send cards with envelopes probably, and then cards that the
Yeah.
soldiers or the troops can send to others.
Yeah,
Or maybe you could send an appreciative card. I don't know. We'll ask Rhonda.
she must be watching. So
Yay! Well, Rhonda, thank you. I'm really excited about being able to do this. So, and hopefully we'll get lots of good stuff too,
Yeah.
you guys. All right. Well, let's head back over to our studio, Teresa.
okay.
So it is Christmas in July. So make sure you grab that special stamp set that's on special for the special stamp set that's on special. Come on. That's
It's really
$7.90
special,
It's
Kelly.
really special. And today's a special day because it's not July 5th like I thought it was. Or wait, did I think it was the 4th?
You said the 4th.
But it's not the 4th yet, everybody. Anyhow, this is half off. It's $7.99 for this really nice photo play Christmas stamp set. All right. Whoa, Teresa, I'm warm and I'm out of breath and I'm thirsty. So let's roll. Let's roll.
We're ready to go.
We're ready to go. Did you notice we have a new little table back here, Teresa?
No.
Isn't that kind of what you were wanting? This was
yeah.
Penny's idea. So we got rid of the chair. You guys,
Nice.
well, I guess you can see it from
Yeah,
here.
they can see it.
We got a nice little table to
To put all
stuff
our
on.
stuff on. I got to have a lot of stuff when I do my videos.
So what we're going to do today is we made our announcements, so that's done. We started without Teresa, so that's done. So she didn't have her microphone, but she's fixed up now. I'm going to show you a technique that I learned last week with Dina Wakley, and then we also are going to we have a lot of things to show you that go with the new 49 and Market collections. Beach Vibes and Nature's Haven. And we also have an album kit coming from Nature's Haven. As soon as we get the directions, we'll get that for you and show you that too. So the technique that I learned, this was an aha for me. I don't do a lot with paint. And we are carrying the Dina Wakley paints, and Janet can link the Dina Wakley, but they're these really cute little bottles. I don't even know how much they are, but they're in these really cute little bottles. And I think we're carrying all the colors. We used to have a little of this and a little of that in paints. Now we just are carrying basically the acrylic paint from Dina Wakley. And she is the painter, the professional painter, you might say.
I got one of those paints. They're very nice.
They're very nice.
Yes,
They're
I like 'em.
creamy and pretty cool. So I decided to sign up for a class with Dina last week when I was at Craft Utopia, and we did some painting, which was perfect. So this was one of the tags that I made,
I like that.
and you'll see the little circles in the background. It's a resist technique that we used with a stencil and with white paint, and I want to show you how we did it because it was really an aha for me. So let's switch cameras. I've done some Rachel Ray things, you guys. Those are Rachel Ray things, but we'll switch cameras. And let me get a piece of paper here. I just did this one this morning. It's still drying. But isn't that pretty?
Background.
All right, so I'm going to set that up here so it can keep drying. But I'm just taking a piece of watercolor paper. This was just one of our number 10 Dina Wakley tags, so you could do it with tags paper. I've got some regular paper, cardstock, not regular paper, but some cardstock that I've done a little pre-work on, and we'll show you that. So what Dina did, now you could, if I brought my craft tape, I might tape this down a little bit, but I didn't bring that, and Dina doesn't believe, I don't think, in using. She just holds it down because she's Dina Wakley. And we're going to use the white media acrylic paint. The same paint you'll see, it matches the paint going down my hand here. But we're going to use white because that's what I used in the class, but then we're going to experiment with some other things.
Okay.
And let me move this around so I can actually see if somebody has a question. And Shannon says Dina's classes are so good, and they really are. I could sit and listen to her. She's very, she's got a really dry sense of humor, and I just love it. Let me grab a stencil. Let's see, what do I want to use? What do I want to use? What do I want to use? Okay, I'm going to use this one. And I think I have this one over here.
I love that one. It's one of my favorites.
Do you see it in my pile?
It's one
here?
of the last
should be in
ones
this
that
pile.
he came out with.
So Teresa's digging for it. So I'm going to use this stencil, and it's called Deco Floral.
Yeah. And that comes in the small 3-pack with a couple too.
I put a little bit of white acrylic paint on my craft mat. I'm using a craft mat, Teresa. Did you notice that? I don't
Yes.
usually use craft mats because I like to use paper because I don't know, maybe I'm a little anal. So I'm just going to put this stencil right over the top of my paper. And you want to kind of dry out your brush a little bit. I'm using the foam blending tool from Tim Holtz and Ranger. And then I'm just going to put paint. It's going to kind of go in a circular motion. Now our whole table is going to shake because it's not exactly a sturdy table, but that's okay. So I'm going to put the paint right over my stencil. You can tell that this really, I thought this was really cool. It really stuck with me. And there's another thing from last week that really stuck with me, and Chris is going to be showing us how to do it. All right, so I got a little bit there. Now, Dina never washes a stencil.
What?
She never
Really?
cleans her stencils. Now, that's
Oh.
hard for me.
Maybe I won't wash my stencils either if she doesn't wash hers.
She does not wash her stencils. And
Really?
if I get up close, I'm not sure if you can really see that on there, but you'll see
There, right
Right there?
there. Yes, very good. I
it. So
can,
you can
see
see it. It's wet. It's got to dry, and I want to wipe up my little spot here.
Does she use ink on her stencils too? Because I'm
I don't
always
think
cleaning my stencils.
I don't think she's as inky. She's more painty. Now I used a baby wipe to clean it up, but you could just spray it with I did bring my distress sprayer, so you could spray it with that if you wanted to. And I got towels here. Okay, so that's got to dry a little bit. We're going to let this one dry. I'm going to set it aside because I didn't bring a dryer, but let's bring out one that I've already done. Oh my gosh, and this one I actually use the same stencil on. So how lucky is
Okay,
that? So
yeah.
let's put that one down. And I'm going to get my brush. I got my Dina Wakley brushes, of course. This is the set that I have from Ranger, and I like it because you have a couple of the flat, wider brushes, and then you got the really fine, and then the round tips. You get 4 brushes, and this is $11.99, probably going up in price. But look at you guys. Look at the Big Daddy. If you're doing a big surface, whoa.
Lisa says she doesn't think she cleans anything.
She might not. She's really
Uh,
funny, you guys. She's just really a lot of fun.
And Heidi says the paint you showed earlier the week would be perfect. What did we show earlier? I don't remember.
That's a good question. You don't remember? I'm going to clean
No.
this up a little bit because I'm notorious for putting my.
And
That's why my
Crafty
hand is all
Kathy
painted.
gets to watch us live.
Kathy,
Hi,
hello. We're glad to
Kathy.
see you. Okay, so I'll put this over here so you can see it. Move this over. Let me get in position. So I've already painted this one just like I did. It's dry. Pulled it out of the oven like Rachel Ray. I'm going to get a little bit of paint. I know, isn't it funny? I'm going to get this paint called Blushing. My hands are getting more and more painty.
That's fun.
And I'm going to put a little dot on my mat here.
You're all going to be all ready for the scrubby, Kelly.
Oh my gosh, we should go back and do the scrubby.
I think we have one back
We
there.
do. I'm going to put a little bit of water on it with
okay.
the distress sprayer although my brush is pretty wet because it's been soaking.
And why
here.
do you put the water there?
I just wanted to make it a little bit
Just
thinner paint.
Thinner? Okay.
You don't have to do that. I'll do it both ways. And then we're just going to brush over it and hope that it works. Oh yeah, it's working good. It's working really good. So I'm going to leave some room for another color.
Barb says she she purchased a class to make little fat birdies out of paint blobs, but she hasn't had time to try
Little
yet.
fat birdies out of paint blobs.
Yes, that sounds fun. I hope you get time to try it this weekend, Barb.
Wait, this is the color I just did. All right, I'm going to put a little more on my mat, and I'm
Okay.
not going to water this one down so you can see the difference. Oh, it's really, oh my gosh, look at it.
I see it. I like it as it dries.
Isn't that cool? I don't know if the color, on my screen, the color's not great, but I think I have a bad monitor over here. So I've got some paint that doesn't have water in it, and now I'm going to go over it down here just to give you an idea of how it works. And it seems like the darker you go, the more, I think the watery paint flows better. So this is a new way to make your backgrounds. And then, oh, maybe we need to clean this up. And I'm just showing you today, I'm not making anything out of these. I'm just having fun. And we'll let that dry and see what happens, because watercolor paper, this is on watercolor paper. I just feel like once it dries, it really changes, because this one really changed after it dried.
I like that one. I think it's fun just to make backgrounds.
It is, just to play.
Yeah. I was doing a little cleaning yesterday because my table was a disaster, and I found some backgrounds that I made, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to make those into cards.
Well, there you go.
So they're in a pile ready to make into cards. I can't wait
Well,
to do that.
that is something to have backgrounds made up, and then you're
Yeah.
ready to go.
Just don't lose them on your table.
Now, I wanted to try this. This I don't think you can probably see because of the lighting, but I took this other stencil. I think it's called Peekaboo. I wanted to try this for Halloween. I know it's not Halloween, but I wanted to try Peekaboo because I thought it would be really neat to have these eyes show through.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a darker paint. Here's a paint called Cheddar. We'll do that one. I don't really have, we'll do Cheddar and purple. So I'm going to put a blob of Cheddar on my mat. And then I'm going to put a blob of Orchid. These are just the colors I happen to have. And actually Orchid, both of these colors I think were used in the class last week for this. So I got my
that
brush.
big coffee ring, what did you use to make that?
Believe it or not, the ring was the lid of a jar.
I wondered if it was just something on the table.
It was just the lid of a jar. They
I
gave
like
us
it.
jar lids. I did not keep mine, everybody, so I can't show. I just thought I probably don't need
well,
a
we
jar
all
lid.
have jar lids at home.
So I did this on a bigger piece of paper, but let's see what happens.
This is acrylic paint. Someone
Yes.
It's thick. If you've used
It's
Tim
very
Holtz
creamy.
paint, it's thicker than his. His is a little bit runny, and Dina's paint is a little bit thicker.
Yeah, distress paint is runnier. I don't know if this is going to show through, for sure, Teresa. Or maybe I need to. Oh, I think it is. I kind of mix those two together. I don't know what I'm doing, and you might be able to tell that. But I think
I like it.
it's kind of cool.
You know,
You could do
probably
if you had black, you could do black.
You could maybe take a paper towel and dab on the.
Rub on the eyes like this.
Yeah,
Oh, Teresa, good idea.
and it just lifts it a little bit.
I'm not doing anything special. I'm just rubbing on it. I'm not trying to be careful. But I think that's kind of neat.
That is
I do
fun.
like that. This would be nice along the side of a scrapbook layout.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, so that's our second example that we're doing live.
Those are fun colors. I have a purple, but I don't have that one.
Not yet, anyway.
I have a lavender.
We'll let this one dry also. I'm going to set it aside to dry over here in my drying pile, and that doesn't have anything on it. So this one's got little splotches on it. So let's go with, let's see, what haven't we used yet? We'll use carnation. That's a really light pink. I have another painting technique to show you guys sometime that I did last weekend with all of our great niece and nephews, and they had a lot of fun with it. And so we'll do that sometime too. Not today. But just get ready. That means I'm going to be back for more painting. So, my brush is
Yes, Christina, you let the paint dry before you paint on top of it. Kelly had pre-stenciled these pieces of paper, so we didn't have to sit here and literally watch paint dry.
Yeah, I don't want to bore you guys that much.
Very exciting to do. So she used the stencil, and it really depends on how much paint that you put on your stencil, and I would think you could use a heat tool if you wanted to.
I think you could. I just didn't I didn't want to have to get out an electric cord and all that. I was being kind of lazy.
Yeah. Ooh, I like it.
Isn't that one neat? That stencil, I don't know if I brought this stencil. It's called Speckle. I believe it's called Speckle. I don't think I brought it, but I have it right here. This is one that I use a lot.
Oh, yeah. Everyone should have this one.
Yeah, I think
That's that one, huh?
I think it's called Speckle.
I know I have that one. Do you know how many paint colors there are from Dina? Or how many we have?
I don't know. But how do you guys like that? Maybe somebody could grab Speckle for us, Teresa. All right, I'm setting that aside to our drying area. Oh, I just put my hand in some other stuff. Chris, will you look for this stencil? I think it's called Speckle. It's one I use it all the time.
And see how many Dina Wakley colors of paint we have.
So we showed you all. What we've been doing is using white paint. Let's see if this is dry. It might be dry enough. So this is the one we did first. And I think we need to try to do something with ruby.
Ooh, that's a pretty color.
So let's squirt a little ruby on here. These paints, some of these paints were used last weekend, Teresa, by our great nephews and our niece. We had painting going on all over our kitchen table.
Fun.
Which is,
Get a little
it is
messy.
fun. It's very fun. Okay, so we're going to try now ruby. Let me get my garbage. Which is a nice red for 4th of July. And I'm going to go ahead and water it down. I just think it kind of flows over. For this purpose, I kind of like it watered down.
Barb, excuse me, Barb says she's used blobs of the Dina paint to glue transparencies, like with a printed surface, to canvas. You just put blobs on a canvas and smush the transparency
really?
on top.
Is this it?
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, it's our last one.
Chris came through for us. We'll show you the speckle one and then we'll get some more of these ordered. It's our last one, but this is a really good stencil from Tim.
This one's kind of cool.
Oh,
That
Chris,
one's-
Chris brought us another one that she really liked here too. I think this one might be called burlap. Yeah.
And
Look at burlap. That would be really
20
neat.
28 colors.
Okay, so Barbara says there's 50 colors of paint, but we have 28
We
colors.
got to get busy
So
then,
we
don't
got
we?
about half of them. So that's a pretty good
Yeah.
variety, I'm sure. They look really, if you saw the display, it's very pretty.
It is pretty. So let's do, Teresa, let's do your little technique with the paper towel on here
Mhm.
because I do kind of like that.
Lift a little bit off of there.
And this one, all I did was I just went down the left-hand side. For the background here. We'll let that dry. As soon as these dry, I think they're going to pop through. But I was thinking then, as I was doing this, that what if, I mean, Dina used white, but I'm like, well, you don't really have to use white. What if you
No.
use a different color? So that's what I did. I've got some prepped in the oven. Let me pull them out of the oven here. Let me wipe this off. This is getting messier than I thought.
Ooh, Mary Elizabeth said it'd be cool to stencil stars and paint with red, white, and blue.
Oh, it would be.
That would be fun. You could do the stars
I'm
in
a
white
mess.
and then
Okay,
Use
so let's
red
get
and
another
blue.
piece of paper here. Oh, no. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing.
the colors.
I did forget what I was doing.
Kelly's having
for
too
real.
much fun.
I am. It is just fun to do this. So I went ahead and I took that circle stencil, which was called Spots, I think. Teresa's
Right
gonna dig it for me. You guys, I am using my collapsible water
Spots.
cup. I have 2 of these at home, and I don't know why I have 2, but I only brought 1 of them today. So I'm going to use this spot one called Spots. It's just a happy one, I think. And
Jean wants to know if they blend well. And
well, we can give it a shot for you.
I mean, you did the 2 pinks. I assume you don't mean mixing like to make a new color, just blending like layering on top of each other. I would think that they would.
Well, you could definitely mix them to make a new color. And you know what? I'm going to actually do that with this. I'm going to put a little white with, this one is turquoise, which is a good name for that color.
Mhm. Janet says 2 cups are great, one for clean water and one for dirty water.
You know, and I need a clean water one really bad right now. It's pretty messy. Oh, see, I'm getting pink in here because my water's. Yeah, would you get me some clean water, Teresa? All right, so I mix those together.
But you know, when I use the colored pencils, it's fun sometimes to use the dirty water with colored pencils. I don't know about paint, but I like using dirty water. With
She
the
likes
colored
dirty
pencils.
water, and she
I
cannot
do,
lie, right, Teresa?
That's right.
You know what? This is pretty cool too, I will tell you.
Yeah, I like it.
So the pink came through. And again, we're going to let it dry because I do think once they dry, you can see everything a little better. Thanks, Diane.
Clean
Diane got me clean water. So yeah. So it's a big water project today. All right. So that one I would say is a success. Your paint shows through.
And did you tell us about the brushes, or was I spacing off?
You might have been spacing off a little bit, but we can show them again.
I was just thinking
Whoops.
about what size that is. It probably has enough. It tells you. Oh, it's a 1-inch brush you're using.
You get a 1-inch flat brush, a 3/4 inch flat brush, a number 6 round, and a fine point. Now, I'm not an artist, so a number 6 round, I don't know what that means, but I look at it and I know it's a round brush. And I know it's a good size. It seems kind of medium-ish. This is another set of brushes that we sell a ton
I love
of.
that one. Yes.
And this one you're going to get, what do you get, 7 brushes?
Yes.
And this one is $6.99. Probably also, everything's going up in price, you guys. I'm just going to let you know about that right away. But this has got a nice flat brush also. I just happen to have I've had this set of brushes forever. And I even let my grandkids use them. And they still are in pretty good shape. So then we had the pink paint that we used for our resist, and that worked pretty nicely. So then I thought, well, what if you go with a dark paint? So I went ahead and I painted this, stenciled it with syrup. It's called syrup, probably like pancake syrup or chocolate syrup or whatever. So I think we're going to put turquoise over that and see what happens.
I would assume that the paints are permanent once they dry.
Yes.
But Tim's acrylic paints are, so I would assume most acrylic paints are going to be permanent when they dry.
Thanks.
That's why you can put one color. That's why when you do the stencil and then you go over it, they don't smear
It
because
becomes
the
a
paint's
resist,
dry,
yeah.
right? And it becomes a resist.
Now, I think it is good to water your paint down. Teresa, I love this.
Ooh, oh, I love brown and turquoise.
Oh my
together.
gosh. So I just had put some of those brown dots in the corner up there. But I think we should add another color. I think we're going to add some orchid.
Do you know if we're out of the Halloween and Christmas junk collections? I don't have any idea.
They haven't arrived yet.
Oh.
So there's good question. Thank you
I was
for
trying to think of what that was.
Like,
I'm
what
like, I
is
don't
that?
know what that is.
Oh, you guys, it's so good. And so photo play, we've had beautiful junk, travel junk, everyday junk, and now we are getting Halloween and Christmas junk. And
I've probably
I
seen
love it.
Pictures, but I don't remember.
It's all been put into our system because it has shipped and it's on its way to Memory Bound. And Diane is on the ball because she's put it in our system already, so it'll be ready to go. So that's why it shows out of stock, but it's not really out of stock. Let's water this down a bit. Teresa, do you know that I never had a distress sprayer until recently?
Yes, I was shocked. I have two of them, Kelly.
I got one because I took a watercolor class and I needed it for that.
I'm
so.
always spraying something. If I don't have enough water in my water cup, I dump my sprayer water into my water cup.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't have to get up and
so you
go
don't have to get up and
sink.
go to the sink. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
And I have two water cups also.
So here we just added a little bit of this orchid to this. I got my thumbprint in it.
Oh, I like that.
So it's a little personal.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, you love purple.
I do, and I don't use purple and brown together very often, so I'm kind of liking that.
So I'm going to set that aside. I happen to have another
more
one. I got
brown.
one more. Oh, what are we going to put with this? Let's clean this, wipe this up. Set this aside to dry because I want to try one more thing after they dry. So.
Okay, Susan just put her brushes on the Memory Bound registry.
Oh, on the gift registry?
Yes, on the gift registry.
Oh, I
she
love
must
it.
be using it for her own list because she says she can't wait for next week's $2.99 shipping.
Oh,
so
we didn't even talk about that. We got to
didn't.
remember that, Teresa. Okay, I got a wet thing here, but I think it's okay. Let's put, I don't even know if this will show.
Barbara, she could use another color stencil in the corner, but she would have to wait for it to dry.
Oh,
So-
yes. Thank you. That is, you guys, I love your ideas. And there's just so many different things to do. And I just want to jumpstart your creativity here. So I hope that you see this. And you're like, oh man, I'm going to go play.
I do want to play with paint now.
I don't know what this is going to do. I've got the orangey color, which is cheddar. Great name for it. And then we have stencil with syrup. So these are the two colors. I'm going to lay them right there. And I'm kind of nervous, Teresa, because they're kind of the same-ish color.
I think it'll be okay. It
But,
looks different.
what if you did
Ooh.
your fall leaf stencil and
yeah.
did this?
That'd be fun.
Oh gosh,
It's a
I
great
think I would leave
background.
it just like that. Okay, well, let me wipe up the table. And then we'll kind of review what we did today, which, like I said, this is out of my box a little bit, but it sure is fun. And I might have to clean my hands a little bit. Let me get my hands cleaned. Oh, I think that last one is really cool. All right, so we basically today, we used our stencils. from Tim Holtz, and Janet can link the whole Tim Holtz stencil category if you want it, if we want her to. We're making backgrounds, and this is the one that we use speckle on, and then we use the pink, I think it was the carnation paint, and we took our stencil and we used white paint, let it dry, and then we just painted some watery paint over the top of it. And then the other thing that I was wondering about with all of this is just something I want to do real quick. We've got time. So then I brought in a stamp set. Do you see a stamp set here anywhere, Teresa?
No.
Here it is.
Okay.
So I brought in
Oh, yeah,
this
that's a good
stamp
one.
set, the ledger script, because I tend to use this a lot for backgrounds. And I've seen people do this, but really I've never done it myself. So I thought what we could do, basically people just ink up a portion of their stamp, but not like that, maybe more like this. And I'm just putting some vintage photo because that's what was in my bag. And then they'll just go like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just add, ooh. And they'll just add some little stamped images. Just to add to it. And let's put a little bit right here. So we've really made that kind of cool.
Yeah. So once it's dry, you can stamp on it.
Yeah, and you could ink the edge. Oh my gosh. Now this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because this was a piece of the Tim Holtz watercolor paper. And Teresa, you use this paper all the
I
time.
do. I keep, also when I was cleaning yesterday, I found 2 packages.
Oh, you did? Well, that's a good thing to find.
I just keep buying it because I lose track of it. And I'm like, oh, I'll just buy another bag.
Well, this is nice. It's 4 1/4 by
I
5
love it.
1/2. You get 20 sheets and it's $5.99. And that's what this paper was. So it really held the paint well. And oh my
Mhm.
gosh, do you guys like that?
That's ready for a card, definitely.
Very, very cool. Very cool. I love that. The other one that I think, okay, so let's talk about, we did a lot with the spots stencil. Just, I think it might be kind of my favorite. But look at this. So I'm going to go around the edge. Oh gosh, Teresa, you really like this one
I
because
do.
it's purple.
I know there's that one that has rectangles on it too that I bet I would really like. The stencil, I don't know what
sure.
it's called.
So I'm inking the edges of this. I'd probably trim this down if it was going to be a card front, but I
Kay
just wanted
says
to.
Katie Petite does a lot with her stamps to add.
Yeah, just to
printed.
add a
She
little bit
does.
of
Mhm.
little bit of something, something. All right. So tell me how you like that one, you guys.
People are loving it.
And it's just you can keep adding
Ooh,
to
I
it.
like it.
I don't know. I don't know that I would use this stamp on here, but I'm going to because
Oh,
it's
no,
the only stamp I
It'll be
brought.
perfect.
Teresa says it'll be perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get some Dina Wakley white paint because I really like that. I have white paint, but I want some of her nice thick.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
See, it's perfect.
So there we use the brown. Most of our samples we use the white paint, but then I
Mhm.
got to thinking, what about brown? And I think, gosh, if we had if we used a leaf stencil on something like this, and then did your resist and did some leafy fall colors. Now I don't want to be thinking about fall yet, but you know what? We have to because here at Memory Bound we're planning projects and all kinds of things for Christmas and fall and Halloween. So we're always ahead of the game, aren't we, Teresa?
Yep, we're trying.
Oh, I think this turned out really nice. So there's our tag with the cheddar, and we use the syrup paint for resist. Let me move these paints out of the way here, just so you can see everything. And then we did our red, which is still wet over here. Might have had a lot of paint on that one. That was pretty painty.
That's okay.
I don't know what happens if you go over. I resist ink also. That was the one thing I wanted to try that I forgot. But, well, no, I don't think it is going to resist the ink. Let's try it on here. I think it, Let me put a little ink. Let's see if the paint is going to resist your distress ink. And no, it's not. The distress ink goes right on it. Can you guys hear our table squeaking? So I'm going to ink half of this.
Gail says the brown orange dot is perfect for a zoo page. It kind of makes you or
yes, I love
on
that.
the tag or a leopard, maybe.
So this one's half inked and half regular. So, all right, you guys, what do you think about all that?
They really like it, Kelly. I do too. Fun to make backgrounds and get a little messy.
It's, you know, you can just get out your paints, your stencils, maybe get yourself a couple new stencils to try. This one, I have this one at home and I didn't bring it, but this is Bubble. And I think that's a really good one.
Is.
I grabbed this one. This is Deco Feather.
Ooh, I like that one too.
We used Deco Leaves, wasn't it, Teresa? And I don't know where it went. Here it is. We used the Deco Leaves. Here's the Burlap. And there's Speckle. And Speckle we used somewhere right here. Use Speckle. And I'll take pictures of all of these. Oh, and let's bring back our Peekaboo. I think this would be really cool if you kind of did more of the black and grays. Wouldn't that be neat? And then, of course, there's spots.
Okay, you need to finish one and make it into a card and bring it back to show us. That's my challenge to you,
Okay,
Kelly.
Teresa, I'll see what I can do. I'll try.
They're practically done.
They are. And they're just fun. We did a paint technique last weekend. We had a big family event. And when the kids come to Aunt Kelly's, they always want to do a craft. So we did, and it was paint. And I'll show you that too. And you know, they did it just for fun, and we hung them up. And it's just to be creative and
Definitely
do little things for fun because it's good for your health.
The paints come individually and they don't come in a bundle.
No, they don't. But they are really nice paints. And we do have a lot of colors, and it sounds like we're missing some colors. So we're going to work on that. And here are the ones, just as a review. This is the ones that I did, finishing them off, where you can do some more stenciling and some splattering. And that's what they look like at the class I took with Dina Wakley. All right, Teresa, are we ready to do a little switcheroo on the camera? Is there any other questions?
I can't remember who. Someone wanted to know a little bit more about the videos next week.
Oh,
you want to talk about that
do we know
now?
anything? Sure.
Well, what
do we know?
I'm doing my tags on Monday. That's a given. On Tuesday, you're doing the Christmas file folio. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Do you remember?
Well, I do. I do know that I'm doing it, and I'm just trying to get it done, actually. So we'll do a flipperoo on the cameras, and I'll scooch around here and make some room, move some stuff around. I've got a little bit of a mess, you guys.
We do have one question
we didn't
first,
we didn't do this. We still have time to do that.
Okay, Mary Elizabeth wants to know, after the paint is dry, do you think it would crack if you ran it through an embossing folder?
I don't know, but we could have somebody try it for us.
It really depends on how much you put on.
It's
you could always do that first.
I would say no. I put it on very thin. If you put on really a thick coating, then I would say it's going to crack. But I would predict not, and I would be happy to emboss one of mine and bring it back on, Tuesday? I'll be back on Tuesday?
Yes, you'll be back on Tuesday.
So I'd be happy to do that. But I don't think so. But let's ring the bell, and let's bring somebody back from up front and have them emboss. We'll have them emboss this one. And you might have to go around the corner and grab somebody. I don't know if they can hear us or not. So I'm going to ink this one a little bit more. And then we're going to have somebody, one of our staff up front, we're going to have them grab an embossing folder, and we'll have them just emboss this one and see what happens. And this is on watercolor paper, so I think it'll be fine. So we're going to give them that, and we'll just have somebody do it for us. And then we'll know, you guys. Nothing like knowing.
With the folder.
Okay, and then we'll have somebody clean that up. Okay. I forgot we were going to do something else. So we're going to go back to the other camera, and then we'll come back. Okay. You guys are the best.
The paints are $3.99 a bottle. Yes.
Okay, I didn't know how much they were, so I'm glad that you knew that. So while I was gone last week, something exciting happened here at Memory Bound. Well, there's always exciting stuff that happens at Memory Bound, but what happened last week when I was gone is the new 49 and Market product arrived here in the store, and
Yes, it did.
I don't remember what day we showed it. Was it you and Diane that showed it?
Yes,
All of it.
we did. Maybe Thursday.
So Beach Vibes is here,
Yeah.
and we have shown you. Pull that back a little bit. We've shown you all the different pieces of the collection, and then what I did was, do these go together? Oh my gosh!
Mhm.
Oh my gosh!
Aren't
You
they
have
cool?
a 2-page layout with
Yeah.
these 2 papers called Tides and Seashells. So if you get both of those, you're going to have a 2-page layout. So what I did, I went and found some other things that match, like some color vibe, and I wanted to share that with you. And I don't have it in any order, but I'm going to spread them out here, and then you can like go, yeah, that looks really good. So we've got tomato and orange. Espresso is just a good brown. And mustard is good. And I'll pull these out, and then I'm going to get the paper back. And then coral and daffodil. And the thing about 49 and Market is there are tons of colors in this collection. And then I also really liked pumpkin. I think we need to move this over here. And dandelion, which is almost too much. So you probably have some of these at home. And then the watercolors, here's some, okay, so let me pull this out.
So just a reminder that these are all linked.
They're all online with Beach Vibes. So here we've got some watercolors, and we've got teal and robin's egg, mint, and deep teal. And those, there was a paper here that's all water on the back, and I think I tossed it aside. That's okay. Oh, here it is. So you can see these colors here with the surfboards. So if you're looking for matching up, now they do have a solid paper, solid that's not solid, but I also want you to know that there are some really good color vibes. Like, check that out. Really nice. And then I wanted to show you the other colors that we pulled out, and you can kind of look at them with this paper. So we got mustard and dandelion and daffodil and pumpkin, coral, orange, tomato, and there is brown in here. So you'll see some brown. So look at that. Isn't that just
Very
cool?
nice.
Oh, Gloria's reporting back. So those are the color vibes that go nicely. Thank you. And then we also have, look at this twine. That's like a perfect match. And a previous release of 49 and Market are these vintage bits, summer stories, and they are rub-ons, and they also match this collection, and they are very seashore-ish. Seashore-ish.
By the seashell.
And then we have the Holiday Wishes. Believe it or not, it's called Holiday Wishes, but look how nice it looks with this collection. And then we have the Spellbinders Capri Blue Gems. And we also have Hugs and Kisses, which have a little bit brighter colors of gems. And then 49 and Market makes these amazing frames from their color swatch collection.
Oh, yeah.
And check this out, you guys. So Ocean, of course, the name alone, and teal.
Oh, yeah. Kay was in, and she bought some of that paper for her Bible study kids, because they had a tropical beach theme, and they had taken pictures, and she came in to get paper to mat them on for the kids.
That's perfect. So that's really a lot of great coordinating stuff to go with Beach Vibes. And you're going to see more about Beach Vibes here at Memory Bound, because we Shark Week is coming back to Memory Bound, which I'm really excited about. Oh, I forgot this. I ordered this just for the Beach Vibes collection. It's at Jolie's Boutique with the beach chair.
Adirondack chair.
So that is available too. Chris says it's killing her. She wants it all.
Mhm.
All right. So Nature's Haven is the new collection from 49 and Market that's designed by Joanne Bain. And I guess I only brought one of the papers from that one, but let me get this in order a little bit because I did match up color vibe. Red, orange. This coral is really a cool color with this. All right, so I'm going to show you this upside down because so you can see the colors.
We can't see it though on the screen.
Oh, well, let me pull it down. Just a second. All right. Here, I'm going to do it sideways.
Still can't. There we go.
Okay.
That's better.
So I should have got another paper, but there's a lot of color vibes. Like I mentioned, these papers have tons of different colors in them. And when I went to match up something, I was just, I didn't know where to start because there's so many colors that match. And we have color vibe out there in the category online that matches really nicely, like tomato, cranberry, coral. We've got mustard, buttercup. Oh, thank you. Oh, look what Teresa brought for us. Thank you, Teresa. That's perfect. Let's get up a little higher. You got avocado and sage. Look at the sage there with that little piece there. And then we do have the green, which also is really nice here with this green, you'll see. And then also mint. And you can see the mint right there. And you can also see, I think mint is a great matching up. So we had those colors. And then I grabbed some Nouveau drops that I thought looked really nice with it. Like we have berry and where's the name of this? I'm drawing a blank. Oh, eucalyptus leaf, and then there's a green, bottle green, and then this one is dandelion yellow. Don't those look good?
Do. Now I wants to know if there's a brown. I don't know that we matched a brown to it.
But we could.
We
You want
could,
to?
if
You
you
want to
wanna-
go grab a brown, Teresa? I think a lot of the browns would work because there's a lot of good brown. Teresa's going to get us one. And then gem-wise, the gold mix is just kind of a generic. That speaking of brown, Pat, I think it looks nice with the different browns here. And then we also have red for all of those pretty red flowers that jump out. And then I went and grabbed this washi tape. This is Simple Stories Color Vibe Summer, but it does have the green, the teal, the pink, the yellow, and the red. There's not really any blue in this collection. So if you don't look at the blue and just look at the other colors, you'll see that's a pretty good set of washi tape to go with this. And Teresa just went to grab brown for us. She's using her professional design.
I might go with oatmeal. It's a little bit lighter. Gray would maybe look okay too. There's not a lot of brown. It might look like there's a brown, but there's not a lot of brown in it.
And you might, I also have this espresso here, but maybe oatmeal, and so there you go. All right. So thank you guys. I really wanted to show you how you can take a collection, but you can expand on it so much more. And Pat does, she likes that. And Lisa uses bottle green all the time, and it is a good basic color. So Teresa, let's flip cameras. And I'm back. All right. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so I'm going over it a little bit. So Gloria went and she embossed this.
Dry embossed
this panel. And I'll try to get it up there close. Is that close enough,
yes,
Teresa? And it worked just fine.
Yeah.
The paint's we're
No
not putting it
cracking.
on thick and crusty.
Yeah. And remember, she added water to some of her paint, so that thins it up a little bit. So
oh my gosh.
I think that would make it less likely
Look
to
at this,
crack
Chris.
as well.
Oh, I like
Isn't that pretty? Oh, wow. That is cool. I don't know who suggested or asked the question, but I'm really glad you did. And thank you, Gloria, for, we just do things on the fly. And thank you, Gloria, for embossing that. It looks great. I love it. Chris, do you have a video next week that
Well,
No,
we could tell people about?
well, we have the question that we need to answer. You were going to tell about your project.
Oh, yes.
isn't it full next week?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so
Probably.
Monday
So-
Teresa's here doing bookmarks, right? Her
Yes,
amazing
yes.
bookmarks.
Then you're the
Tuesday,
Christmas.
I'm here and I'm supposed to be doing a folio for Christmas in July. And all the pieces are cut and I just have to get it together and get some directions because it will be a kit. So you can make it yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay. And then Tuesday is Diane, and she has her Christmas album that she's made for her daughter.
Yes. So you get to see
So this is a
Diane
special
project.
one.
You get to see a Diane project. Christmas in July, everybody.
And then on Thursday, Peggy is doing a matchbox. So it's one of the photo play card kits.
One of the, yes.
And she's using Christmas paper to make some matchbox cards.
So that's a maker
Not
series.
matchbox,
Matchbook.
matchbook.
Like a, because they like flip out.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
You guys, you should see me. I'm doing my hand
Teresa's doing kind of like this.
Yeah, that's it exactly. So
And then Friday will be review probably.
I think so.
If Peggy isn't here Thursday,
Oh yeah.
I could do the craft along.
Okay. So yes. So Chris, can you grab one of your things?
Sure.
And I'll try not to touch it. Chris, you guys. Okay. So this paint resist thing was something that really stuck in my mind last week in a class. The other thing was a make and take that we did where we made the little, it's kind of a gift bag, but it stands up like a display piece. And Chris took it and ran with it. So we are going to teach you how to make these.
So Pat says she really loves Christmas in July, and we're going to have
Oh,
it
good.
sprinkled all through the month,
Yeah.
Pat. So
And Chris is going to make these Christmas themed and show you how to score and fold and all that. So we'll be doing this as a craft along this month also. And I don't think we have a date yet, but we'll get a date. All right.
and
Any other questions?
Shelley finished bookmark number 15 last night.
Yay.
I was counting mine, and I was really surprised at how many books I'd read this year.
Well,
so
that's,
I've got a lot
if you
to
are
share.
new to Memory Bound, Teresa has been making a bookmark for all the books that she reads. And the bookmark is a tag and it matches the book cover. So they are amazing. And she's bringing that in on Monday and you'll be able to see that. Kind of combines two hobbies together, your
Yes,
crafting
it
and your
does.
reading.
And then you wanted to mention about the shipping special next week.
Yeah, so we're closed. Our storefront is closed tomorrow because it's the 4th. Today's not the 4th, like I said earlier.
It's the 3rd.
It's only the 3rd, but we're closed so that we can all celebrate our country's birthday tomorrow. Our online store is open because it's always open. And if you place orders, we'll get them taken care of for you on Saturday when we get back, and they'll be shipped on Monday. Monday, we're kicking off Prime Week. Not really Prime Week, Prime Days. We try to celebrate Prime because, it's a big thing at Amazon and they have all kinds of deals and we've done different things. And we decided this year for Prime Days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe that's the 7th, 8th, and 9th
Yes.
of July, we're going to do $2.99 shipping. So what that means is you place an order online and the standard shipping is $2.99. And there is some fine print. And what that is that your order goes. There's no holds. There's no combining. The orders, you place your order and it ships out for $2.99. And that's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you are purchasing like a big shot or something, machine or a piece of equipment, then the shipping will be a little bit more than $2.99, probably be back to the $9.99, which is still less than the normal shipping. I don't know, is there any other fine print? I can't think of. But we're excited about that. It's a way to thank our online customers because I always feel like it's got to be hard shopping from afar. And some of you have never even set foot in our store. And we so appreciate your orders and your business. And it's a way to say thank you and that we really appreciate it. So I hope you all have a great 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
Happy 4th of July. We'll be back on Monday. And if that's it, Teresa, do we have any other questions or are we good to go?
Just people are saying thanks for the Prime deal.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. It's
Happy
fun.
4th.
It'll be crazy here, and we got lots of people scheduled, and our shipping, you
It'll be
guys,
crazy.
we have the best shipping people here, and I'm dragging this on now, but we just heard from Pat yesterday. She talked to Janine that her box, it took a vacation. Now Dorothy's box is in Puerto Rico, and we're trying to get that.
Yes,
We
it's
don't
on
know
vacation
how it
right
went to Puerto
now.
Rico. We don't even ship to Puerto Rico.
We had staff volunteer to go and fetch it.
Yes,
but
Peggy said she would go and get it
Yeah.
for Dorothy. Pat's, I don't know where Pat's box went, but it took a vacation and it came to her house crushed. And her postal person, I'm going to say mailman because it was a man, he told her he wanted her to open it when he delivered it, and they did. And nothing was ruined, even though half the box was smashed. And Pat, we really appreciate you sharing that story. I guess he told her that whoever shipped it must have had an amazing shipping department, the way it was packed. So kudos to Chris and Peggy and Penny and Doug. So, and kudos to all of you. Have a great 4th of July, and we'll see you soon.